Nitrogen is made up of 78% of the Earth's atmosphere and can be found in the nucleus in every living cell as one of the components of DNA. Nitrogen ordinarily doesn't react with other elements, therefore it does not form different kinds of elements other than it being fixated. Nitrogen can take in many different forms such as ammonia, nitrites, and nitrates. Nitrogen can be found in all living things, in many foods, and in coal. Nitrogen can also be harvested by the atmosphere by microorganisms to form ammonia, nitrites, and nitrates that can be used by plants. Nitrogen can be released into the atmosphere by human activities such as combustion of fossil fuels and the use of nitrogen-containing fertilizer in agriculture. However, due to this, there has been an overload of nitrogen in the atmosphere that causes harm in the environment. The overuse of nitrogen can produce pollutants such as ammonia and ozone which can harm the lungs, making it hard to breathe and alter the plant's growth. Additionally, they can harm the health of forests, soil, and waterway that we rely on. Not only that, but nutrient pollution can get in groundwater, which millions of people drink their water from, and this can cause harm in the human body. Nitrogen can decrease the oxygen needed by the overgrowth of algae. Algae will grow faster than the ecosystem can handle, with the overpopulated nitrogen, which they would then take in more oxygen than its availability.
What is the nitrogen cycle? The nitrogen cycle is just a biogeochemical process where nitrogen is turned into many forms and is going through the atmosphere, water, and land all at the same time. Types of fertilizers that are or have nitrogen in them, as for example, is anhydrous ammonia, which is a gas, but when it is applied as a liquid from a pressure tank and consists of 82% of nitrogen. Another example is urea, which is a solid and has 46% nitrogen. And last but not least is urea ammonium nitrate solution, which is in the form of a liquid and has around 28 to 32% nitrogen. How to help with the overuse of nitrogen is to know when your fertilizer has nitrogen in it and substitutes you can use. The NPK rule can let you know whether your fertilizer has nitrogen or not. An example of this would be if your fertilizer has the numbers 10, 10, 10 on it, it probably has fertilizer in it. How can you tell? With the NPK rule, it basically tells you. The first N, which would be nitrogen, means that it has 10% nitrogen in your fertilizer. The second would be P, which is phosphorus, and in the digits 10, 10, 10, the fertilizer is 10% phosphorus. And the last fertilizer that has 10% of potassium in it because the digits are stated as 10, 10, 10. It is very unlikely you may find fertilizer with no nitrogen in stores, but you can get this one online called K-Mag fertilizer at this link right here. Actions you can do to avoid the overuse of nitrogen is that you can use less water, you can plant more plants or shrubbery, and eat energy-efficient foods. You can also reduce your food waste and use more organic things.